dark history of marital rape, you couldn't say no. Get your minds right. I'm gonna tell you right now, just get your minds right to listen to this.
So what happened when they would say no?
You couldn't say no.
You couldn't say no to your husband?
No. You call him and tell him he raped you. If women had been told, if they call the police on him, they said he's got a right because he's your husband. You can't charge him with rape because he's your husband. So they go out, stand all night, do what they want to do. When they jump on you, get another baby. You think women wanted 19 and 22 babies? Ain't that much love in the world.
So either that or some women were being maybe forcefully like beat up.
If they had to, yeah, if they wanted to, they come beat them up too.
So it wasn't no saying no to sex?
No.
From your husband?
No.
Mm. That's what I want to know, because somebody over here was, being foolish. Like, why didn't y'all just close your legs and stop it?
See, this is the very exact reason why I try to tell so many men, I dare you to talk to your grandmother.
Jason dares y'all to talk to your grannies. Now, again, I don't want to listen to him, but I'm gonna play this again, right? Now, I absolutely believe what she's saying. I believe it with every fiber in my being, as a long time ago, right? So my great grandmother had at least 9 or 10 kids, at least, because when you have a bunch of kids like that, the odds are that some of them are going to die. So I'm pretty sure it was probably more than that, right? My grandmother had 2. She had 2. She said, "Oh, Dad, I'm not doing all that." Okay. So obviously some things have changed, but way, way back in the day, which is the reason that all these women want to be independent, have their own, which is no problem with it. There's no problem with that. Have your own credit. You used to have to check with your husband for to apply for anything, or you couldn't. You had to have him get it. Like all those things, right? They absolutely happen, and I believe this to be true, right? What does that have to do with you today? Is my question. Not a damn thing. But because these people want to take this stuff in order to utilize it, in my opinion, to say about how horrible men are, I can't stand men, this is what y'all do, which is, I'm not saying that there's not grape. I'm talking about this situation right here where your husband just grapes you because whatever the reason and you end up pregnant. This is the reason why these people also want AB so badly, because they want to play on the fact that you're going to get graped by your husband, which is bullshit. Your boyfriend, your significant other, whatever you want to call it. All right. I don't know if that's what happened with my great grandmother. You know why? Because I wasn't here. It's not my business. It's inappropriate. She's dead anyway, but I wouldn't ask that anyway. Why would I need or want to know that? Because we live in 2026 and you have more ability and capability to get whatever the hell it is that you want. And you got more knowledge than you've ever had in life. So if you had an issue or you know that something like this happened to your great grandmother, and I wouldn't want to know that. You hear me? I wouldn't want to know that, because that's more likely going to hurt my soul than anything to know something like that. But for your, this girl asked, but for your grandmother just to come out here, yeah, men suck, and this is what happened with me, that's trauma, and that's inappropriate. That's not happening today. That's not what's going on today. But these women want to take trauma like this and say, because I've heard it plenty of times about, this is what my grandmothers went through. You don't know what your grandmothers have gone through, and I'm not putting up with it, and I'm not going to have it. Well, you shouldn't. It's 2026. You have the ability to not have to be married, You don't have to put up with stuff like this. So all this tough talk, right, on everything that people can do based on trauma from some damn body else. I'm telling you, enough people, I've heard it too much. And then I see this video and it's like, why are y'all taking on somebody else's trauma for your life? Like you got forever and a day to be living around here. If you do something like vet people, understand who they are, know who they are with more than 5 months, 8 months, then maybe you can find a decent person. Take all that trauma someplace else, okay? Because I'm honestly over hearing that bullshit, talking about how bad everybody is because of what your granny went through. And these people do this because of what your granny went through. Your granny went through that, not you. So maybe you should learn some lessons from it to help your ass for future. Instead, y'all would rather take on that trauma and live in it. And then you sit here and wonder why you got issues with relationships. Let me just say relationships. Because you worry about shit that ain't got shit to do with you. Have empathy and sympathy for your elder generation, of course. Have empathy and sympathy for your grandmother if she went through it, of course. But why are you taking that on for you? That's got nothing to do with you. Sometimes there used to be a thing in the 70s where our aunties and uncles, when they would get together, they would get together and they would play cards, they would play music, they would do those things at home. They didn't have to go out into the world and go to Dubai and go to all these crazy ass places. They had enjoyed themselves at home. And then they would say, go wherever the kids were. Stay in a child's place. Y'all's parents don't know that shit. Some of y'all's parents clearly don't know that shit. And they allow Gen Z to be in any place that they want to be inappropriately. And that's why they think they can do and say whatever they want to whoever they want, whenever they want. And why they out here being so damn disrespectful. Which is why they out here thinking that they can do team takeovers because y'all are just allowing them to do whatever they want. No discipline whatsoever. So you've changed in that respect because we wasn't allowed to do, Generation X could be out, but we wasn't harassing and hurting nobody. We was actually out playing and not causing chaos and not stealing because we couldn't bring home shame to the family name. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all bring shame and then you record the shit. Y'all put it on the internet for everybody to see and then get mad when somebody start talking about it. Dane C is in the building. Good morning to you, boo. I appreciate you. He says, salute, Mrs. Hyena Slayer. I think there are plenty of evidence the past was effed up racial and genderly, for real, for certain groups of people. The legal age was like 12. That I'm not sure of, but it probably was very young as well. I don't disagree with that. But these people would rather just sit in some trauma that's got nothing to do with them and then blame every man in the world for what happened way back when. And maybe it was your grandfather. I'm assuming he's dead now. So you want to continue it on so you can pass it on to your children so that they can suffer? And do you want to continue to suffer? Or would you like to get some fucking counseling, figure the fuck out and move on? Because like I said, life ain't too long, y'all. I know people think they're going to live forever, but it ain't too long. It's absolutely entitlement. Shout out to OTE. Absolute entitlement. Let me play this again.
They would say no.
You couldn't say no.
I mean, no shade. This is a relatively very old woman. Okay, so it was some time ago. What would you say? 40s, 30s, way back when? I ain't saying it's right. That was the time. Like, why can't we differentiate? This was a particular time, these things happened. This was a particular time, these things happened. This was a particular time and these things happened. And you can't take what happened then and apply it to what's going on now. What we know now is not what was known then. I'm not saying it was right. It was clearly wrong, but this was the time. This is what it was. That's not what you do now. That's not how it works now. Oh, anyway.
You couldn't say no to your husband?
No. The
Bye.
told him he raised if women had been told that they call the police on him, they said he's got a right because he's your husband. You can't.
What oppressor were you gonna call when they was all basically slave catchers? I mean, let's be honest, allegedly. But that's what people used to call them, slave catchers. So you was calling the white man to come over here and do something about this? Nah. What you think they was gonna do? Nothing. You know, probably back in actual Jim Crow, because y'all want to call shit today Jim Crow.
You can't charge him with rape because he's your husband. If they go out, stand all night, do what they want to do, when they jump on you, get another baby. You think women wanted 19 and 22 babies? Ain't that much love in the world.
So either that or
Not 19 and 22 babies. I think my great grandmother had about 9 or 10 living. I know that like 2 died
It's
for
as
sure,
if-
for sure. How many did your grandparents have, especially for Black people? I know we had big ass families, but now that has changed. So I got all these aunts and uncles, but after that, most of them had 1 kid, 2 kids, 1 kid, 2 kids. I'm trying to think. My one auntie had like, she may have had, I think it was like 8, but then her kids, 2, 1 had 5. Like it's changed. It's definitely changed. I'm not trying to have no fucking 8 kids, and we don't have to. 8 kids. Remember 8 is Enough, y'all? That was a good show. Good morning, just my 4 cents. I appreciate you, boo. He said, keep in mind the legal age was 12 for both male and female. Let's not act like females did not take advantage as well. What do you mean by that? Take advantage of what? What you mean by that? Thank you for your support. Y'all hit the like button before we subscribe if you are new.
Some women were being maybe forcefully like beat up.
If they had, if they wanted to, they come beat them up too.
Oh, I didn't hear that the first time. So now they was getting beat up. We should be thankful and grateful that we don't have to deal and put up with this type of shit. And we don't. But when it happens, it seems like enough people stay instead of leaving. Child, what do I know?
So what? No saying no to sex
No,
from your husband.
no.
That's what I want to know, because somebody over here was, being foolish. Like, why didn't y'all just close your legs and stop it?
See,
That's an ignorant thing to say as well. Why didn't you just close your legs and stop it? 1 minute y'all know about history and the next minute you don't. That's a crazy thing to say, in my opinion. No, you're trying to take what you see going on today in 2026 and apply it back to 1930, 1940, 1950? Yeah, some of y'all, not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Some of y'all just be saying shit just to be saying shit, y'all. Just be saying shit to be saying shit. Good morning, Reaper. I appreciate you. He said, where is the milkman side of this story? Most of these 20 babies was his. Goodbye. Y'all just cannot stop. Y'all can't stop for shit. We're not going there, okay? Oh my God. Y'all get on my nerves. Anyway, so I will give Jason his credit for this video. That's about it. Can't stand this nigga. But what he goes on to say, just as a FYI, is that this is all you ninjas' fault. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all need to be going and asking your grannies how it worked. Y'all act the same way. Y'all need to get your shit together because y'all acting like your grandfathers and you don't run and own no woman around here, okay? That's just the gist of what he said. If y'all want to see it, go on over there because I'm done with it. Move on.